What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 33 of the Pentagon Challenge, the last episode ever in Asia. So yeah, wow. If you missed the previous episode, go check it out, although we did win the Champions League, which is a fantastic achievement. This episode is really just going to be tying up loose ends here. We are in 2018. This is my... I don't know how many years I've been in the job now. I started in 2012, so this is 6 years. Yeah, six years. Damn, that's quite a long time. And I think that's actually 5 years of that spent in China as well. It's hard. You kind of get lost when it comes to time on a Pentagon Challenge, because obviously I switched from Argentina to China right at the beginning, and all the different season lengths and stuff really screw up time zones and season zones and just zones in general. But no, just showing you kind of the standard, I guess, procedure stuff. Just a quick look at our overview. 99 games won in 209 games in charge. My preferred formation apparently is a 5-3-2, although I've never ever played that, so I mean, when does it ever say your preferred formation is the actual formation you've been playing? I think that's just something that everyone accepts on FM as being something that's going to be wrong. But no, I mean, things are good. Unfortunately for myself, the biography page and the club history page and the achievement page are all broken, as to are the history pages for all the players. However, I feel as if the fact that I have this all on kind of recording, I don't need to show you everything because you've seen everything pretty much. But no, I mean, that's really good. Obviously, we reached the Hall of Fame for Asia, which is really good. Is there a way I can get that? Is it if I go to Asia's overview and then, where will it be? Where will it be? I don't know where it is. Where is it? Award winners? Nope, it's not that. I've broken it. Let's just leave this page. But no, guys, seriously now, I just wanted to start off this kind of episode. I know I've already started it like 2 minutes ago and I've just been rambling for 2 minutes. I'm a terrible person. But no, just wanted to start off this episode by saying thank you for your support through all the episodes so far. It really is appreciated. And yeah, just thank you a lot for your support and your everything, because I don't think I would have stuck around in China for as long as I had. Although that said, I really have enjoyed my time here. There's definitely some fond memories, I suppose, but the fact that you've been around and kind of supporting me and watching these videos has made it far easier for me to grit my teeth through some of the, I guess, the harder spells of this. And I feel as if it's a really good kind of high to end on, winning a treble. I honestly can't remember winning a treble on Football Manager. There always seems to be one tournament or one cup that I slip up in, and I am one of these people who's kind of anti-playing as a top team. I don't like to play as the Man U, the Chelsea, the Man City. I like to build up with a little team or a really random team and just go out and achieve some cool stuff there, rather than having it presented on a plate for me. So yeah, I just want to start off by, I guess, the treble was insane, and a huge thank you for that. So I guess we'll start this episode off by taking a look back at where it all started in this country, in this region, in this country, in this everywhere, and that of course was at Beijing IIT, little old Beijing IIT. Okay, where to start this? Does the history page work here? It does indeed. So. Let's go back to the very beginning, I suppose, and our first ever year in this country. So, what you can see on screen, of course, for those of you who've been here for far too long, is the final results for the end of the season when we were first at Beijing IIT. When I came to China, I couldn't get a job anywhere. My reputation had been absolutely slaughtered by my experience in Argentina. And Beijing IIT, bottom of the Chinese second division, came knocking, 10 games in. I'm totally unproven. I come to the club. There's a little bit of money there to spend on the wage budget and kind of build up a squad. And we win enough games, I guess, enough, not loads, but to go from 2 points, 2 draws after 10 games, and then in our last 20 games to get 7 wins and 5 draws and only 8 losses. That was a fantastic achievement, and it was a really good turnaround. Mostly down to our signings, if we're honest. They really made a huge difference for us. And then from there, of course, we went into 2015 with our strengthened up squad that had saved us from relegation, and we won the league. Fantastic stuff. We won it by 1 point ahead of Lining. Yingteng and Baxi and Shenzhen coming 3rd, 4th and 5th respectively. However, fantastic achievement by us, and that really kind of set the ball rolling with ourselves at Beijing IIT. Anyway, going on from there, we then had our first season in the Chinese Super League, which was a tough one. It was tough, the first season, it really was, and it was a learning experience because we'd never been in this division before. And we had to adapt quickly. And it was at this point that I realised that the financial structure of the club meant we were going to struggle in the long-term future. And it was at this point that I tried to stretch money where I could, but I had to start cutting back and cutting back. And in the end, we finished 11th, which was a really good achievement for the first ever season in the Chinese Super League. It was just an all-round amazing performance. I don't know if I can get the past year stats. I don't think I can, which is a little bit of a shame. But it was a season to remember nevertheless. Our first season in this league, it was a learning experience. I don't know if I can get Beijing IIT past fixtures actually, so we can have a look at that season. We can indeed. So this was the first season, as I mentioned, where we really had that run of form at the end that saw us stay safe. That was a really amazing turnaround and a great introduction. Then this was our title winning season, the season where we had an amazing run and we played absolutely insanely throughout. This was our first kind of season in the Super League. As you can see, a lot of mixed kind of packages, I suppose, and the result that really stood out came at the last game of the season where we beat Guangzhou, the team who I ended up winning the Champions League at, but we beat them 3-1 with a Zeus hat-trick after 25 minutes. We'll watch the highlights from this game, nostalgia value. So when this game was going on, this was our third season at Beijing IIT. Last game of the season, and Guangzhou hadn't lost at home in the division. I think they'd lost once actually in 2 years in the league. So we came here, no real expectation on us. We were 11th of 16, and we came here and we showed them who was boss. The goals were against the run of play for the most part, but the fact that we won this game was one of those kind of plucky, standout kind of results that will forever stick in my mind as a memory at Beijing IIT. Getting this win against Guangzhou, the powerhouses of China, the team with millions of pounds being thrown at their squad. They had a player on £110,000 a week and our top earner. Well, no, in fact, our entire squad was on £15,000 a week. So it was an insane achievement. I can't quite put it into words how excited I was and how happy I was when we got this win. And for Zeus to get a hat-trick's kind of funny. I mean, Hunso and Zeus, they were at Beijing IIT. They came to me at Guangzhou. They've done the job in this country for me. I'd love to be able to pick them up in the future. I think the wage demands that they're going to want are going to be the stumbling block, to be honest. And are going to make it hard for me to get them at a club that I go to. So that should make things interesting. But Hunso and Zeus linking up there, doing what they did for us over the 4 or 5 years that they were around. But yeah, that was insane. Another result actually, and I'm not going to show you the highlights for this game, but another result that kind of stuck out during my time here in China was the Beijing IIT Beijing game. The game where we went 4-1 up after 47 minutes in the second half, and we lost 5-4. Never quite had a Football Manager experience like that, but that was certainly one to remember. And yeah, that was pretty mental. It's weird when you look at it to think that that was 986 days ago. Feels like only yesterday in a really corny way. But anyway, moving on from this was the 2017 season. The season where we did indeed kind of reach the pinnacle of our success, I suppose, with Beijing IIT. This was just last season, in fact. Was it just last season? Yeah, it was. It was just last season. And we finished 5th in the league with Beijing IIT, which was absolutely ridiculous. Some way off Chengdu, who ran away with the league this year. And that was the main reason why Guangzhou came knocking at my door, because they struggled so much this year. But on the Beijing IIT front, this was a fantastic year at the club. Finishing 5th, an all-time high, winning the FA Cup in superb style against our rivals Beijing, making up for that defeat we'd had against them. the previous season. We won 3-2 in the first leg, coming back significantly in this game from 2-0 down to get 3-2 after the first leg, which was just insane. I mean, 2-0 down, going into half-time, Zeus came huge for us, getting 2 goals. I mean, wow. Memories, eh? It's really weird looking back on these. It's almost like going through a old photo album and just kind of remembering stuff and that happened. And then, of course, we had this. This was huge as well. Another comeback in the second leg against Beijing to win the title 6-5 on aggregate. Zeus coming huge again. I mean, Zeus is an absolute god. He really has been. He is one of the reasons I've been able to succeed so much in China. And then, of course, he came here this year with us to Guangzhou, which is weird. You know, it's nice to be able to have those players who have come with us all the way. So after that very successful season, as I mentioned, at Beijing IIT, and having won the FA Cup and come 5th and qualified for the Champions League, and with the finances slowly deteriorating, as I've already mentioned, I got a job offer I just couldn't refuse. And I can remember saying at the time, you know, guys, I feel as if I can buy my way to success at this club, Guangzhou, who have come knocking. It's going to be a decision that I make to enhance my career and get on with the Pentagon Challenge, rather than spending 10-20 years at Beijing IIT battling against the finances to maybe one day eventually win the league against all odds. But yeah, came to Guangzhou, won the treble, fantastic season. I'm not going to review it in as much detail because you've already seen all the details and stuff. But 30 games played, 21 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. A lot of those losses came at the end of the season when I rotated my squad very heavily. Looking at team stats, we are, well, we're top of goals. We are 3rd highest in terms of goals conceded. We're not on either of the form charts because of how sketchy we've been of late, but I guess it's been a very good season. We did dominate the league for sure. The squad that I brought in was very strong. Looking at average ratings and player stats and all that jazz, you can see Lim Peng for us. He made an appearance in every game for us. Didn't miss a game. Fantastic player for us all the way through the season. 30 league appearances of a possible 30. Came in for £1 million. Certainly worth it. He actually left in this meantime here, but because of the fact that history's all broken on this, I can't show you that. Average ratings, Guangzhou and Hunso dominating it. Got to give a special, I guess, mention to Hunso and Zeus. 2 players who have been with us through thick and thin. Hunso's developed amazingly as a footballer, and I'm sure we'll bump into him somewhere along the line on this Pentagon Challenge because he's been huge for us. I mean, he's developed so much as a footballer, and it's really nice to be able to look at players and see how they've changed and how they've improved over the years. And this guy has been like a revelation. I couldn't have done anything I've achieved here without him. And the same very much goes for Zeus and Bai Z. Zeus here, the big Chinese target man, grabbed some goals when it mattered. This year getting 18 goals in 17 appearances in all competitions. Not the strongest striker in the squad, but one of these ones who turns up for the big games and is always consistent. And whenever he's out on the pitch, there's a good chance he's going to grab you a goal or 2. And I guess a final mention to Bai Z, the Chinese centre-back, who's another reason why we were able to do so well at Beijing IIT. I don't know why, I almost feel somehow emotionally attached to Beijing IIT because they were just such a plucky side, a team who battled against relegation. We turned around. It's really sad, I guess, to see them going down this year because they are a very good team. I'm sure they'll come back up in the near future. And yeah, you know, they've been fantastic. I mean, if we look at their general overview thing, you can see some of the legends of the club, favourite personnel. Hunso is a favourite personnel. Zeus is a favourite personnel. Bin, I suppose, another player who I brought to that club, who's now become a favourite personnel there. And Alonso, who was the big beast up front, who was there when I first came to the club. He was the reason we stayed up, and he is the reason that I was able to achieve everything. So I've got to give a huge shout out to him, I suppose. Disappointing not to see me on the favourite personnel, as big-headed as that sounds. You'd think winning an FA Cup, getting promoted and qualifying for the Asian Champions League would be enough. But no, it is sad to see them go down. It's sad. I I guess, for everything. I mean, looking at our achievements, won the FA Cup, won the Chinese National First Division, got the promotion obviously, and then we finished first in the Chinese National Division Fair Play Awards. If that means anything to you, doesn't mean anything to me. But it's nice to be able to look at, I guess, the team and just think, you know, yeah, we had some good times there. But at the same time, I'm very glad I came to Guangzhou when I did. It allowed me to really crack on with the Pentagon Challenge, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the future brings. I really am. It should be interesting. I mean, if we look at what we've done since we've been at the club, we've done the treble in our first year and our last year. Lippy retired from management, who was before us. All the history's glitched out, as you can see. Either that or they went 3 years without a manager, which I know wasn't the case. But yeah, guys, I'm probably going to cut the video off here. Although I am actually recording this having seen where I'm going next. And the reason that I've had to come back to do this video is because I initially recorded the next part. However, it didn't make sense. And all I'm going to say is, the next video that you see up as part of the Pentagon Challenge isn't a club team, if that's anything to go by. It's something very different. It's only going to be a short series. Hopefully you guys like it. It's changing the complete direction of this episode and of this series. Just for a few episodes. It may even go under its own episode, but it will be played off this save and under this manager. So yeah, guys, keep an eye out for that. That'll be up later today because I'm actually recording this for Saturday because I've had to go back and record this. And yeah, hopefully you guys can leave a cheeky like. Hopefully you're looking forward to what I've got in store for you. I've really left that on a knife edge now for you to get all excited about what's coming up next. So yeah, keep your eyes tuned. There's actually going to be 3 episodes, or 3 videos going up today and 3 tomorrow. For the previous video getting 50 likes, which was absolutely insane as an achievement, and I want to just say a quick thank you for that. I just want to say a final, I guess, farewell to Asia. Hello, mystery non-club place where I'm going to be managing for a short period of time for a tournament. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. And other than that, guys, I'll talk to you in a bit. It's me, Jack, and I'm out.